Carlos, obviously you felt good about the progress that Peterson had made. What did you see differently tonight?
That first inning, he gets behind the first couple of hitters, and they get him, right? Because he's got to come back in the strike zone. And then in that fourth inning there, he just lost feel for all of his pitches there. And even though he gets 2 outs with the bases loaded, he's got an opportunity to get out of that inning, and he gets 0-2 to Woods, and then they're up walking. So again, I think it's just the feel for his pitches. They're not able to get in the strike zone consistently, and it cost them.
Even tonight, he went on a streak where he locked it in. And we've seen that in almost every one of his outings where he struggled. He's had these stretches. Why do you think he's been unable to remain consistent in games?
Yeah, I think this ability to throw strikes consistently. Because out of the bullpen, the past couple of outings, he comes in, he's aggressive, he's attacking, using a lot of his pitches competing in the strike zone, and we've seen it in some of his outings where it's that one inning that it gets away from him, and then he'll give you 3 where it's like, okay, back in it. But he's just got to be able to compete in the strike zone.
Where do you go now with him in the 5th starter spot?
I'm pretty sure we're going to have some discussions here, whether we go opener, whether, what are the options here. But we got to continue to help him, too.
Tony.
Just based on that last answer, it sounds like he's going to be a part of this still going forward in some form or fashion.
Yeah, I mean, he's part of this team. He's a big part of this team. But I'm pretty sure I'll have some conversations with the pitching guys and with David and see what's next.
Just one more on Peterson, just how almost confusing is it given the type of success that he had really not that long ago?
And you see flashes of it. The stuff, like, he's got more than enough to compete in the strike zone. When he loses the feel for it, because we've seen that. That's kind of like the frustrating part, because he's got the stuff, obviously, but he's got to be able to do it consistently.
Dan.
I know we've talked a lot to you about this, but I mean, worst record in baseball now with the expectations that you guys had. How do you explain just what this team is dealing with right now?
We have to be better. There's no excuses, obviously. It's been a long period of time here where we're not playing well. So, got to fix it.
Tim.
What did you see from Minaya out of the pen?
Yeah, again, he comes in, hit by pitch on a sweeper, and then he's trying to go up, fastball up, and just leaves it right there for the grand slam. And then, he got hit today. So.
And then did you have any update on Robert after the MRI?
No, nothing yet. We're just talking to the trainers. They're still waiting for a couple of people to see what we got here.
Max.
What are you seeing from Alvarez of late at the plate?
A little bit in between here when he's going off out of the strike zone, but then taking pitches, good pitches to hit. He's started off good, and then the past week or so, it's been a battle for him too.
Tony.
I guess the bright spot from a pitching perspective, what is, if anything, has surprised you about Edwards Jr. since he's been up here?
His ability to bounce back. This is a guy that even in spring training, he was throwing bullpens pretty much every day. We saw it a couple of days ago. He throws I don't know how many pitches, and the next day he comes in and he goes, "Hey, if you need an inning, I'm available." I was like, that's crazy. And then today, a couple of days off, and he goes out there and, throws strikes, and, he's able to do his part.